Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome this week's episode of Talks with TVBOO. Welcome this week's episode of the podcast. Hope y'all having a great week, man. I appreciate y'all being here right now, man. I really do. I'm having a fantastic week, dude. I got the itch again, y'all. Not like, gonorrhea or anything like that, but like, I got the itch to do comedy again, dude. Went to some sets last week. Did a set last night. Doing 2 tonight. And it's crazy, like, it's been making me feel really good, and it's like helping my music, and it's awesome. I'm just feeling really good. Hope y'all are feeling really great today. And if you're not, you're gonna feel really great after listening to this episode, man, because we got a fucking awesome guest today, dude. Before I introduce this guest, I just gotta say this Saturday, and I don't have like the dates, probably should have the dates in front of me and where I'm playing at, but this Saturday I'm gonna be in Springfield, Missouri. And this Sunday, I'm going to be in Fayetteville, Arkansas at the, I think it's the George, I think is the name of it. I went out and I should have looked at, I should have had a list with my dates, as far as like numbers go. But this Saturday and Sunday, I'll be Springfield, Missouri, Fayetteville, Arkansas. So if you're any of those places, come out. I think we're doing a meet and greet Sunday, and it's Crawdaddies with Crawdaddy. And we're just going to eat some fucking Crawdaddies. You feel me? But my guest this week is one of my favorite people on this planet, period, man. I can't even put into words how much I love this guy, dude. Somebody who I actually consider a true friend. Not just a homie within the music industry or somebody I enjoy being around. He's a guy that I genuinely care about, and he genuinely cares about me. He's somebody I looked up to for years, who's somebody who makes a fucking incredible music, and somebody who's just a genuinely really good person. We had a really fun conversation today, talking about everything, from just fucking around to music to dreams. And I'm just going to let this episode get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lucid.
Come here, girl, 'cause that ass fat. Let me take my tongue and go bang your dirt track. I met a girl and her booty tastes like strawberries. I swear to God, this could be the one that I marry. Hey, hey, and she's so different. I need that from behind. I met a girl and her booty tastes like strawberries.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, dude, you're a fucking producer. Like, why don't you have a microphone, like a good one at least, not this $18 bullshit.
I know, dude. I didn't even know it was coming with the mic stand. So I got this mic stand for my good microphone, but then it was hooked up via USB to the computer, and it kept, like, where it goes in, it would jiggle, and then it would shut on and off. Man, I think I was playing Warzone with you one day when it was going in and out, and I would just disappear, and you're like, yo, Neil, and I'd come back cursing and freaking out. But yeah, so that microphone, I just said fuck it, and I use it for studio stuff like recording vocals, but I just use my shitty $18 one when I'm playing for like Discord and shit.
Dude, you probably heard me cussing too, man. There ain't nothing that pisses me off more than a teammate fucking going MIA, dude. I've talked so much shit over that damn game.
Oh, I was pinging, dude. I was pinging. You just couldn't hear me.
Yeah, dude. That was actually good. That was how you and I stayed in touch. Kept up to date with each other during the quarantine, was through video games. And I wasn't even a video gamer until quarantine. I was like, fuck, I guess I got to pick up something new, And I got into it, but I just remember being on the road with you for the Double Vision tour, and you'd be at the airport fucking playing video games and shit. It's like, that's the way to go, man.
Oh, dude, yeah, where you can plug in. It definitely makes time go by a little faster. Yeah, it was really nice over quarantine to be able to do that with homies, and you especially. That's where, like, I remember I think I was talking to Martin about it, and I was like, yo, Mitch is like one of the most polite gamers. It's just like, if you go down, like, he'll run in. And dude, this is the difference between people. It shows like how people are in real life, how you play in a video game, because you can be whoever you want in a game, right? So those people who just like choose to be assholes in game, I'm like, this is who your superhero would be. You just be like king asshole, you know what I mean? But you're actually like super polite to game with. Like if you're the last man up, you'll just run like headfirst into a squad and die, and so we can all spawn back and play together. Which I've seen people will sit in bushes for 30 minutes while you watch them. I'm like, dude, even if you win, who the fuck cares? Like we're all just trying to play together and hang out, So.
Mm-hmm.
So I was saying, yeah, Mitch is a nice boy gamer.
Yeah, if we're on the same team, dude. But if we're not on the same team, you can go fuck yourself, buddy. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah. The shit talking gets real.
Yeah, man, I gotta get me one of them like portable gaming computers so I can just sit in the damn airport, man. I like to do kendamas in airports, man. They really, I was big on the kendamas before COVID. I stopped, and now I'm back into doing them again. Being back on the road, it's such a good way to pass time. Because when I'm in an airport, I'm just sitting on my fucking phone, and sometimes the internet it's fucking toxic, and sometimes it can get to me, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
So like kendamas have been a really good way to like just stay away from technology. You know what I mean?
It's one of those things that like it's very meditative. It brings you in the moment because if you think about anything else, you're gonna fuck up. It takes like your full concentration, which is pretty cool. This is actually it's funny sitting on my desk. Was my kendama of COVID. It's actually a butterfly knife.
That sounds like a hobby you'd be into, yeah.
Learn this shit and got a bunch of weird like tricks and yeah, it's fun.
Have you hurt yourself yet doing that?
No, so this is a practice blade. So there's no
coward.
There's no blade.
Coward.
Yeah, I ain't there yet, dude. Otherwise, I would have fucked myself up so many times.
Yeah, dude, I'd imagine so, man. It's like people who like juggle knives, they don't start with fucking knives, you know what I mean?
Dude, I want to see a kendama with like a fucking spike ball on the end of it.
Kendama that's on fire, dude.
Yeah, yo, they have fire poi and shit. I want to see fire kendama.
I want like an electronic one that has like voice command, like whenever you fucking don't get the trick, it like cusses you out. Like Samuel L. Jackson was like, it's like the voice is like, you didn't get it, motherfucker. Nice try, motherfucker. Enough is enough, motherfucker. Like, imagine how awesome that would be. Samuel L. Jackson just sitting there cussing. No, actually, that'd be so stressful, but awesome at the same time.
Say what one more time, motherfucker. This is so good. Yeah, just Pulp Fiction the shit out of you every time you fuck up. Just like, that's amazing.
You're just in an airport and they're just like, there's kids around here.
It's like, excuse me. Yeah, I forgot. I was sitting with a homie on a plane one time. We were just gassed up going to a show. And we were
when you say gassed up, what do you mean gassed up?
So we were just like excited because it was one of our first shows together. I think I was playing like Boise. And no, I wasn't doing like nitrous on the plane.
Oh, I didn't know that's me. I thought you were talking about you were high on marijuana.
Oh.
This man's talking about nitrous. What the fuck, y'all?
But he said gas. So, all right.
Okay.
Rewind it.
They're like, I was on the plane with my kitty, and they're like, oh, ketamine? You're like, no, my actual cat, dude. Chill.
Yeah, now that we're not allowed to talk about drugs, that's fine.
I'm gonna continue to talk about him. I'm gonna continue to talk about him. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, some lady like turned around and yelled at us for cursing. She's like, dude, there's some kids on this plane who really appreciated it, And I didn't even realize. I felt really bad, but it was one of those moments where we're like, oh shit, I'm sorry. And then I was like, oh no, and you just can't. And you're just like, oh.
Dude, no.
But yeah, after that moment, I started to be way more aware. This is when I first started touring, but I was like, oh yeah.
No, actually, because I actually checked you in Vancouver, dude. We were out eating sushi, and you were cussing. I was like, hey, there's kids around. I checked you, dog.
Yeah. See, you remember what you ordered it with the sushi?
Oh God, we can't even say that on
Oh
air.
No, I know, I won't even. But dude, I just immediately as soon as you said that.
Oh man, I tried, man. I tried reading different languages, and it's tough. Okay, it's just definitely tough. But no, dude, I catch myself all the time. Like if I'm in public, like I do actually try to check my surroundings to see if there's little kids around and make sure I don't take their innocence. Not like in a sexual way, but like because I remember when my innocence was taken from me in a non-sexual way. It was they called me Mitch Draper, the bitch raper, on the bus in the 2nd grade. Right? I know that's
damn
rough.
2nd grade. That's heavy.
Right. And so if I cannot be a guy to take I don't want to take that from another kid where they're just innocent and then they just hear something fucked up from a stranger and then they go home, their whole life has changed.
It's like I don't even know what a bitch raper is, but it doesn't sound good.
Oh, it was horrible, dude. Life was never the same after that. Okay, it's all downhill. 2nd grade.
Or uphill. It was the thing that motivated you.
Yeah, I'm not a bitch raper. I'm not a bitch raper. I'm just like working on it, going to meetings and everything, just make sure.
Yeah. Oh man, it's cool sometimes how like some of the most like seemingly like fucked up moments of your life end up being the things that like are the most defining in a good way.
Yeah.
Like, I know I was teased a lot in school as a kid, but it gave me like a big sense of empathy, because then I see someone going through that, and dude, that shit like really stink. That's why the only fights I've been in have been like when people are fucking with my friends, dude. Like the USB thing, someone grab y'all's USB, man, or you know.
Oh my god, that was the most legendary thing, dude. I couldn't, and usually I'm one to react, but I was just so amazed and kind of confused and definitely drunk about what all happened. So for those listening right now, we have got to tell this story, okay?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
do you want to take the wheel on this one, or you want me to take this?
All right. I'll run it. Add if I let me know if I miss anything. So we're doing a back-to-back in Washington D.C. and it was actually the longest back-to-back of the tour. Because there was no hard cut, so we were just running.
It was awesome because we were going so deep into our flash drives. Like we were like at one point we're all playing drum and bass, and we hadn't done that in the entire tour. So like it was like testing us as DJs to see like what all we had in that motherfucker, and it was honestly the most fire back-to-back of the entire tour.
Dude. Same, man. It was so good, so much fun, just because it gave us that extra time, so we were just pushing through things that we hadn't hit yet all tour, and it was deep into the tour, so we had like that flow going too between us. We knew how to like play together. So this guy is in the front row, and there's no like you can reach up onto the decks because there's no like barrier, there's no security. You know, it's a smaller like 350, 500 cap. And this dude is like pointing to us and then pointing to him like, yo, let me play, thinking this is like open mic night or some shit. And we're just like, no, dude, this is like, you know, our tour back to back, just trying to be nice and be like, oh, you know, thanks. We appreciate that. You want to come play with us, but you good, man. So finally he gets pissed and walks up, boom, grabs the very left USB out. I think it was either yours or Sam's, and then grabs the center one out, which was also either yours or Sam's, and then mine was actually the one playing on the very right side. And all of us realized at this time, like, what the hell is going on? So run up and kind of grab this dude, and we've got him in like this weird 2-3-way arm lock where we're all kind of like grabbing his arm, trying to get the USB out. And I see him like wriggling away. So my thought is this dude's going to slip out and just bolt for the exit with all 3 of our USBs. And like, dude, that's all of our unreleased music, all of our homies' unreleased music for the next like year. Absolutely catastrophic if that gets released. So my initial reaction is to jump up on the decks while we're still holding his arm and jump down and like get level with him so I could put him in like some sort of headlock. When I went to jump down, I basically just jumped down onto his face, and it turned into the drop kick. So I basically just drop kicked this kid and ate shit really hard because I lost my balance after I kicked him and just landed on my back. And then, got behind him, got him in like a restraint, and then security came over. And I don't even know what happened to the USBs.
We got him back.
Like took over from there. But he didn't have him like on him. I think he like threw him or something when
we ended up finding him. Yeah, fuck that guy. But listen, I'm just gonna reiterate. This motherfucker stood up on the CDJs and drop kicked this man. He jumped onto this man because this dude was trying to run. And he said, catch a case, drop, kick you back in your place, motherfucker.
Drop,
motherfucker. You know, that's where you need Samuel L. Jackson hyping you up, dude.
Oh, dude, exactly. And then I got on the mic and started whiling about some shit. I was like, yo, we're plurring here, but I will fuck you up. Oh, man, someone sent me a video of that. I was like, oh, this is so cringe.
Dude, it was legendary. Weren't like EDM articles writing about that shit?
Yeah, they wanted a video of it, but I'm glad that's remained in the vault. But yeah, I feel like it's one of those things.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even that bad. It's not like, and like I said, it wasn't like an MMA drop kick. You know what I mean?
No, dude, it was like a Bruce Lee. Like, if there was a cage, you would have climbed on top of it, all right? And then you would have probably ripped your shirt off with the strength of 1,000 gods and rained upon this man. That's probably what would have happened.
Straight fatality. Have you seen the new Mortal Kombat?
I have, man. And where's Liquid Stranger?
Dude, I know. I heard he was going to be in 2.
Yeah. I swear to God, they need to pick up this man for fucking Mortal Kombat.
I remember you saying that. It's so fitting. It really is, though, because he's got the whole look is like iconic.
And he's got finishing moves, dude. He's got finishing moves, too.
Exactly.
The dragon, he's going to release the lava dog, you know?
He'd hit him with the friendship every time, though. You know he would. He wouldn't fatality.
He'll hit you with love, dude, and acceptance.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is a gem, dude.
Yeah, man, and this is something I was thinking about too this weekend is people's fan base are often a reflection of who they are and, you know, then the people they keep around them. And I feel like the Wakan family is really a reflection of, you know, him, like all of us very much, you know, so it's a good group. And it's cool because we're so diverse too. We all bring something different. Like, for example, your fan base.
Yeah, I hope they don't make Wakan too white trash. Is my problem.
No, it's amazing, dude. It's fucking because deep down, y'all are all fucking sweethearts. You know what I mean? But it's just like, dude, you gotta be able to have fun and shit talk and people getting way too upset about small shit these days. Gotta.
My thing
learn to just fucking laugh at it, you know?
Yeah, dude, laugh at yourself, laugh at other people, dude, and fucking live and let live, my dude. I like to tell people, because, like, I'll see other artists or something, like, talking about Twitter. Like, you know, they're like, it's so toxic, I can't deal with it, you know, it's just so negative all the time. And I like to tell people, people on Twitter ain't real. Yeah. They're not even real. People don't talk like that in real life. People aren't just gonna go up to the DJ and be like, I fucking hate you out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna do that. So Twitter ain't real. You gotta take it for what it is. And I try to make it fun. I try to make Twitter as fun as I can. But yeah, that's what I try to tell people. It ain't real.
I feel like you have such a good approach to it. Because a lot of people on Twitter, they're just trying to get a reaction. And they get the reaction they're not looking for from you. You know what I mean? They get a reaction, but it's not the one they wanted. It's fucking great, though, because it's just like, that's what you all are here for. You know what I mean? They bored and they want a show. So it's like, but it's not going to be at my expense. You know what I mean? Fucking spin it back on them.
Yeah, dude, let's fucking remix this shit.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Dude, so,
yeah, I missed you. Dude, been a while since I've had a warm beer.
Yeah, that is the weirdest fucking thing. You like to drink warm beer.
I know I'm not the only one. Someone out there, like, isn't it cold on your teeth? Or, like, when you drink it, I feel like it gets, like, even the carbonation's more. I feel like I take smaller sips on it. Like, if you go to chug, right? If there's a chugging contest.
Yep.
That's got to be room temperature. You cannot chug an ice-cold beer.
I can. I'm actually pretty good at it. I will do it I will do it. I'm pretty fucking good at it.
All right, we'll do this. We're gonna have a chug-off next time. But I'll have a warm beer. It's not warm, though. I'm talking, like...
room temp.
Maybe like 50. Not room temperature even. Like, you know.
A little colder.
It's a little colder than room temperature. Okay. But it's otherwise, I got sensitive teeth, man.
Shit, I like it ice cold, dude, because then I drink it, and it's kind of like electricity. It's almost like the Lord is going through my body and just lifting me up. It's almost like a parent. It's like a warm, cold hand of a parent just kind of holding you and bringing you in and embracing you. I accept you, and I will watch over you and take care of you. That's what it's like when I drink a cold beer, especially Pat's Blue Ribbon, so...
I had surgery once where I had an IV, and that's kind of what it felt like.
Yeah, what were they putting in you?
Maybe they put beer in there. Maybe that's what it was, an IV. That makes so much more sense, dude.
Dude, that's got to be so dangerous.
Hungover as hell, so.
That's got to be so dangerous. IVing beer, is that a thing? Is that what people have done?
I feel like that sounds like some Steve-O shit.
It sounds fucked up. It sounds like it could get out of hand really quick.
Yeah. Straight to yeah, that sounds not good. Yeah, no, that was when I had my nose surgery. That shit was no fun.
Are you
man.
Injury prone, dude? Are you one of them fellas you just happen to get injured all the time?
No, I'm like the opposite. I'll get like hit by a car and be like fine afterwards. I've never broken anything.
Yeah, but then you'll go to make the bed and you'll fucking slip a disc or something like that, huh?
Yo, yeah, dude. That's the last time I hurt my back. I was VR boxing.
Ooh.
This motherfucker was talking shit on me, dude, and he came in on a move, and I went to do one of these deeks and rolled back and was like, oh. It's like, it's not fair. You're definitely like 18, dog.
That ain't fair, bro. You got your ass kicked virtually by yourself.
He beat me. I blame lag. I was like, dude, I was lag.
What is that like, virtual boxing, like against other people across the internet? Is there like latency? Is it like real time? Like, have they gotten that down?
When I played it, there was a lot of latency because I played far away from my router. But otherwise, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty solid. It definitely could be a lot better. like the footwork, you know what I mean, could be a little better. But that's because they don't track. They can only track your heads and your hands. There's no trackers on your feet yet. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You can buy full body tracking. That shit's like $2,000 or something. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool seeing that progress too. Yeah, the VR stuff is dope. I'll have to get you in that world, man. You have to check it out, get some VR. The venue that me and Martin built is actually pretty dope.
Y'all built a venue virtually?
Yeah, for VR chat. It's full like VR, like picture E4s but mushrooms. So like giant mushrooms and shit.
I thought you were talking about like on mushrooms. I'm like, I can totally make that happen. I can just go to Electric Forest and eat mushrooms.
He's like, that's just regular Electric Forest, right?
I can just we can make that reality, okay?
Yeah. Nah, dude, it's like giant mushrooms instead of trees and shit. But yeah, I'll have to. Next time we're on Discord or something, I'll give you a tour. Because you only need a Steam. You don't need a headset to do it. You can run around just like any first-person shooter and like run around the world.
And just shoot you while you're fucking DJing. That's fucked up, dude. You
Yeah.
don't have security at this club yet, dude?
Oh, dude, I've got bulletproof glass in front of the. No, there actually is though, because people found a way to jump onto the stage from the like crowd platform, so I had to put invisible glass around the whole stage. Dude, people will break a game in like 2 seconds.
I feel like I've seen something about you and Martin doing something like that. Like, have y'all been doing like shows, virtual shows?
Yeah, so the first one was like a real small closed beta. It was only like had like 30 people in there, just to make sure everything worked. But yeah, we did a back-to-back set there because it's just like we have a big stage there with the LED wall. So we projected our set up on the LED wall and just recorded ourselves playing it back-to-back at his house because he's got, CDJs and everything set up. It was pretty cool, man. It was really interesting to see like you know how you're saying online some of these social constructs like dissolve, where people will say and act in a way they will never act in real life.
Yep.
It was really cool to see in VR people acting in a way that they do in real life, like a certain amount of respect. Like, for example, I was talking to someone and another person accidentally stepped in between our line of like view and realized they were blocking us looking eye to eye while we talked, and they took a step back and apologized. And I was like, this is weird, but this is really cool that like it really feels really real. And like this kid was bending down and couldn't get a glow stick because of like, I don't know, the way his VR was set up. And I saw another person bend down and pick it up and like hand it to them and like help them out and shit. And I was like, this is actually like, yeah, there's something there. You know what I mean? I think it's very early, but I think there's something there.
Damn, I'm gonna check this out. This sounds crazy. I haven't looked into VR at all. Okay. I have not looked into it at all. My brother got into VR because of porn. So that's that. And so that sounds like fun too. But yeah, I have to check it out, man. It sounds crazy. You just walk up to somebody and talk.
Yeah, it's like being in, or like I was standing above the venue too, and it was cool. You know how like you have a room of 30 or so people, they'll slowly migrate to different parts of the room throughout like whatever, like a couple people go here and they split off into groups.
Yeah.
It was interesting to see, like no one wanted to stand alone. Like anytime someone was alone, they'd kind of walk over to it and be like, hey, what are you guys talking about? And it was neat to see the whole like macro scale of the society. I don't know. It's interesting stuff.
I'm curious too, because like I like to think where like you can kind of tell where people are at as far as like how long they've been going to shows by where they are in the crowd, right? Is it like that in VR? You know what I mean? Because like all the new people coming in, they're trying to get up close. They're trying to fucking get on the rail and headbang and fucking hiss at anybody that tries to grab the rail. And then all the people, as you go to more shows, eventually there's this transformation where you just become a wook and you just sit in the back and dwell like a fucking creature and have fun. You know what I mean? You can tell.
Yeah.
I love it.
Or like E-Forest, you end up in the trees actually. Your hammock is actually in the tree. You've hit level 5 wook.
You've just become part of the tree. It's grown around you. You've been there for so long. You've been here for years. Is it like
that's
that?
Cool.
Is it like that in VR too? You're like,
no, very much so. But it's the opposite, dude. It's very interesting. All the new people are very like shy, and they're like still learning how to like. They're like, whoa, I can see my hands and shit. And they don't know how to dance. They think they kind of like look stupid or whatever. So they stand at the back. And then you've got these kids who have like these like you know, $1,000 plus full body tracking suits. They're like Ready Player One in there, straight like break dancing on the floor and shit. It's because you can get it where you have like 3 cameras and it'll track your whole body, just like, you know how they make Pixar films. Yeah. And I've seen people just straight like some of these VR clubs will actually like hire dancers who are at home dancing full body, like scanning on stage for these like, yeah, it's pretty fucking tight, man.
That's so cool. But is that the end of nightlife as we know it? Is as it progresses, is that the end of it?
I think it's gonna make it so we can rave when we're like old as fuck. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be in my like, you know, 80 in my like, you know, in the home, but I'm gonna have my set on just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My virtual hips will never give out.
Because what happens when it gets so advanced, right, to where you can go to the show, you can get drunk, and you can even hit on a lady or a man and take them to your virtual home and virtually bang or virtually
virtual consent.
Virtual consent. That's what I'm saying. Like, what if it gets to a point where it's so advanced that's like that experience is even better than the real world? It's like,
dude, Right Signature, actually. I never thought about it. You know the company Right Signature? You sign like contracts and shit. It's about to blow up. Virtual consent.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, dude, it's they have haptics now too, where like if you can wear a glove that if someone touches your hand, it'll like vibrate where they touch you. And they have it for like full body, so like
on your dick. Like if they touch your dick's gonna vibrate.
I haven't seen dick haptics yet. To be honest, I haven't seen. I feel like, yeah, they'd have to get some like you'd have to send in like a mold or something to get like custom sizing. You know what I mean? It'd be like a retainer. You know,
dick retainer.
Yeah, and then and there's like the camera. You know, it's only got like a 45-minute charge because it vibrates in 4K. So it's like
getting crazy.
But you know,
you're blowing my mind right now. I didn't know about any of this shit. All right, I didn't know about any of this.
Yeah, dude, I'm glad I'm shedding some light. It's cool. I mean, especially during COVID, it's been nice where people, you know, haven't been able to do this shit. I think like Of the Trees was really the one got me into like the club nightlife of it. I had no idea that shit existed. Like I'd kind of seen it on Twitter, people were playing shit, but I didn't know like how dope it was. And I went and met him at a club and I was like, wow, this is super fucking. And we just like chilled all night. You know what I mean? And then you don't have to worry about like driving home afterwards or anything. You just fucking take your headset off and fucking roll. The only thing is you get motion sick at first. If you like when you first start doing it, it feels like you're on a boat. You'll get your like sea legs.
Yeah, dude, our body ain't, you know, ain't used to that. You know what I mean? Our mind. Damn, bro.
That's what I read is the reason you get sick is because your body thinks that you've been poisoned and you're hallucinating. So it wants you to throw up whatever's making you see this crazy shit.
That's crazy, man. My mind is legit blown from all this. I didn't know that it's come this far. Yeah, wow. I'm gonna have to go get me one of them. Actually, I'm scared of it. Like, it sounds exciting, but I'm also a little scared of it.
Yeah,
you know,
I feel you.
What if I like it too much?
And then you just he don't come out.
I don't come out of the virtual closet, dude. I'm just sitting in my room, not even making music. I'm just at the. It's 10 a.m. and I'm just at the club. You know what I mean? I'm at the fucking club.
Yeah, dude. I'll come get you. I'll come get you in the virtual club.
Mitch, you gotta get out of here.
I'll bail you out.
Party's still going, baby. So is y'all's club like 24/7? Like, do y'all have hours of operation or what?
I mean, so we've only done like one curated event there. Basically, it's like a screen, and you could put in any URL, and that then will post up to the big stage screen. So, like, if you're on Twitch or something, I could just punch in a Twitch URL, and it'll forward all that Twitch to the stage screen. So anyone could go in at any time and post any URL they want. So I've thought about doing like movie nights and shit there. I think would be cool.
Be kind of cool.
All just get together.
Can you get in legal trouble for that?
I was thinking that though. I was like, if I rent a movie, right? I'm purchasing it for one person, and I watch it with 30 people. What's up with that?
On the internet too, you know.
Yeah. YouTube, don't watch this.
I don't think.
But yeah, I'll have to figure out the legality of that.
That would be kind of cool, dude. I'd like to cuddle it with you. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, I'll get campfire going. Let's go.
Campfire.
Daddy-o.
Can we do a campfire in your club, dude? Like
Yeah,
since it's
dude.
virtual, we can do a lot of shit that we can't do in real life. Like, so I'm gonna light a fire. Yep.
Smoke in the club.
I'm gonna take my shirt off on top of the bar.
You can do that.
Yeah.
You can do that at clubs.
Depending the club.
Like now.
Depending.
Yeah, that's
depending.
true.
Depending what club you're at.
Yeah, I'm just picturing like you've seen that movie with Eric Andre, right? Bad Trip.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm picturing where he's standing up at the bar and just fucking whoosh through the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no spoilers.
That was good shit. He was actually recording some of that. He had came through New Orleans, and that's whenever he also filmed his stand-up special. So like, and I shoved his host fist in my mouth for that stand-up special.
Oh my gosh, I remember you telling me that, dude.
Yup.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
Yeah, this is before COVID, so if a man wanted to fist you, he could. It was fine, you know. So.
Damn, I didn't even think your mouth was that big. He's got
Dude,
big hands. It looks like he has a big hand, right?
Not Eric Andre. His fucking host. His host was about 350 to 400 pounds. So he had a huge hand. Now me, I can fit my whole fist in my mouth. That's a talent I have. It's something that the Lord blessed me with, right? But
You got that like snake jaw.
yeah, dude, I just got that jaw, you know. And fucking this dude, his fist is a lot bigger than mine. I thought my mouth was going to rip open trying, but I literally was not stopping.
shit.
I was not stopping. I was so determined to get this man's system. I thought my jaw was going to break or that my mouth was going to rip. And he actually stopped it, and I got a free shirt out of it. Hello. Yeah. And a good story. And a good story out of it.
Was it hard to get like back out once you had it like
Yeah,
wedged in there? It's kind of like a traffic jam.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think that might actually no, it's actually a little easier getting it out, but for him, I mean, dude, like my teeth were probably sinking into his mouth. Dude, I was
Dude,
trying,
that's
I was trying really hard. I wasn't giving up, and I was starting to drool. I was trying so hard, dude. It was I'm on stage, and everyone's just like cheering it on. And it's good times,
that's
man.
amazing. That's a bad man. I wish there was a video of that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Whenever life gives you opportunities like that, you don't want to say you didn't get fisted on stage. You know? You gotta roll with the punches, dude.
Exactly. You just open up, say, "Ah."
Well, look,
That's amazing. Have you been doing stand-up now that has stuff opened up enough for you to?
dude, I just got
Go
back
back
into
out?
it, man. I just got back into it. I did. I went last week. I did one last night, and I'm doing 2 sets tonight, and then a set tomorrow. So.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! That's
Yeah.
really exciting.
And I'm really excited about it. And also, I'm doing like this meet and greet. It's called Crawdaddy's Crawl Daddy in Fayetteville Sunday. It's like a crawfish boil during the day. It's a meet and greet, and we're trying to set it up to where I can do stand up there as well. I just have the itch for it again, dude. So like I'm like getting back into it just full speed. I'm excited about
Fuck
it.
yeah! And are you doing it at some festivals too coming up that have been rebooked?
No, there's no talks about it. I kind of got to get the rust off before I do a festival. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
These sets I'm doing around town are like 4 to 5 minutes. You know, I get to kind of test new jokes out. Also get the rust. I took a whole year off of it. You know what I mean? But I feel like the podcast kind of kept me a little mentally sharp.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's different doing a 5 minute compared to what is it usually like a half hour at the festivals?
That's yep. So yeah, Wakan was half hour, and then Forbidden Kingdom was half hour. Yeah.
I was trying to where did I see you at? Was that Forbidden Kingdom last year? It was somewhere I saw you.
Yeah, you
last
saw.
year.
Yeah, you saw me. I felt that was a weird set, man. That one was really weird because it was my first time doing stand up where there was literally thousands of people just walking in the background. So like they'd hear half a joke, and if you just hear half the joke, I sound like I sound fucked, bro. And so I just hear people go, "What?" or just like see people. That was such a weird set, man.
So if you hear half the joke, you go, "What?" If you hear the whole joke, you go, "Oh."
And that's the last, dude. I realized, like, having a whole year off, getting back into it. I realized last week that my humor is really dark because all of my laughs I was getting are just like, they're not like,
just like,
they're not like, they're like a cringe laugh in a way. But those are my favorite, man. And I realized that it literally been a whole year, and then I got to go and do it, and then I realized, like, right when I got done, I was like, damn, I forgot my fucking humor's kind of dark on stage.
Yeah, hit it right in the diaphragm with it, dude. I love it though. I love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Because it's like they all want to laugh too, but they all feel like they're supposed to go, oh. It's like, but then afterwards, you see them 2 seconds later, they're all
takes them a second. They're like, Jesus. Like my closing joke last week, I just heard somebody in the back go, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's amazing, dude.
Yeah, that was great.
So good.
Well, listen, dude, enough about me, dude, all right? How's the music been going, dude? You're in a new place, OKC, moved from Texas. I like the new room. I saw the thing in the background where you try to make it look like Wakan. You know, we try sometimes, okay?
Yeah, we tried.
We try.
We're a little low resolution on that one. Dude, that was 500 pieces of wood. So I was like, I'm not doing any more than 500 cuts. That shit already took a week, but.
Damn, dude, yeah, that's a long time. How's OKC treating you, man? What made you decide to move?
So I've been living with my parents last like 4 years with Kelsey, and when we moved there, we said that we were eventually looking to move and buy our own house because like we weren't going to move out if we were going to rent again. It just doesn't make sense, you know what I mean? And I'd been looking at OKC for a while since I played shows here. You know, Loper's here.
Whole team, yeah.
Our manager, whole team is here. And then, you know, Martin had been talking about moving here. And then after I visited a few times, I was like, it's really cool. It's like a cute town. They've got like kind of some healthier food options. You know what I mean? They've got farmers markets, community gardens, that kind of shit that I'm into.
Mm-hmm.
And the cost of living is dirt cheap. So like what you get here compared to like, you know, I lived in New York and then I lived in Houston, Texas. So it's just, dude, it's not even comparable. So it's just really nice to be around a bunch of music homies too. Tynan lives here also. So it's just been great, you know, seeing everyone, and actually just getting to write in person. I haven't had that in like, almost like ever in my career. When I was upstate New York, there's some music homies, but like not many that I could work with, you know, over time. It's kind of like they're far away in the city and shit. And then in Houston, there was like no one I could work with. So yeah, it's been dope. I've been spending a lot of time with Martin too, and working on a bunch of shit. So it's been great, man. Yeah, we got to get you down here to visit.
Yeah, man. I like OKC, dude. It's, you know, I feel like if I lived there, I'd have a motorcycle for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel like that.
Dude, the traffic isn't bad here. It'd be pretty to ride around with the motorcycle. It's nice. It's like, it's weird. There'll be like fucking apartment complexes and like city, like commercial stuff. And then you go 2 blocks and there's cows and hay bales.
Oh,
and
shit.
It's just
I can get down with that. Hell yeah. I can get down with that for sure.
Yeah, it's super nice. You get, you know, 10 minutes in one direction is completely rural, 10 minutes in the other, and you're in the middle of the city or near the airport.
Yeah.
So I really like that, just because I grew up in a lot of country. So I like my, you know, four-wheeling and all that shit. Yeah, exactly. I don't like to be on top of people.
I feel you, man. I like a good fucking tree. You know what I mean? I like good fucking, you know, cities, you know, they miss out on a lot of dope trees, man. I like a good tree.
Dude, you know, I saw a little story. I used to smoke in trees in my college.
Smoke
So
what?
they were like, smoke weed. Oh, shit. But yeah, dude, so my college was super, like, it was near Woodstock, so they were trying to make a new name for themselves because they were the hippie school back in the day, and now they're trying to be like, no, we don't do drugs anymore. We're like a really good academic institution, which they are, but everyone still smoke weed
Yeah,
there.
you can be a really good academic institution and still smoke marijuana, dude. Or do whatever you want. You can still be very productive, you know, if you're just responsible, no matter what you do.
Exactly. It's about knowing yourself and having that willpower. But they I don't know, the whole like public eye thing that they were trying to spin on it. So anyway, they had cops and shit everywhere and were super overcompensating. You couldn't smoke anywhere on campus. So me and my buddy were like, dude, they always look eye level. They never look up. So we used to fucking go in the middle of campus and climb to the tops of trees and roll joints on the top of trees and smoke at the top of trees and then fucking just chill up there and hang out and then climb down. Because the smoke goes up. So I was like, they won't smell it. These motherfuckers never going to catch us. So, dude, for like 2 years, we'd climb up fucking, like at night. I don't want to do it in the middle of the day. They'd be like, what the fuck are these kids doing?
Right. Right. It's a good idea, man. But, I mean, who out there fucking climbing trees as adults in college, dude. I stopped doing that shit like in middle school. You know what I mean?
Motherfucker, I'll still climb a tree.
I believe it, dude. Listen, if anything where you're doing any type of kung fu-ery, you know, some climbery, or, you know, some buildery or some gardenery, I believe it.
Dude, I will build a garden at the top of a tree. I'll climb a tree and plant a garden there.
That's actually, is that a good idea? You get a lot of sun, but, like, you know, it could blow off, or hard to get to it. Like, you know, maybe not the best idea.
The fucking squirrels would definitely get to it, man.
Fucking tree rats, dude. Tasty tree rats. That's what I like to call them.
Yeah.
Tasty tree rats.
They're like, you know, if rabbit is like a lobster, squirrels are like the crawfish.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying?
Rabbits. Wait. Explain that to me one more time.
So if eating a rabbit is like eating a lobster, then eating a crawfish to a lobster is like eating a squirrel to a rabbit. It's like the smaller, gamier version.
Damn. Maybe. I eat so much crawfish. I eat squirrel like 2-3 times a year. And I had crawfish fucking Sunday, and then the Sunday before that. So, like, but yeah, I get the analogy. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah. No, it's a stretched analogy for sure. But.
Yeah, for sure, dude. No, yeah.
Man, I miss catching crawfish. I'm sure can you catch crawfish near?
So a lot of it you can, but a lot of it is farms. So there's a lot of great crawfish farms where, like, they have it all right there, and you can. I mean, easily you could go get your own. But I ain't never gotten. Actually, no. When I was a kid, we did it one time over by, like, just this fucking mud hole. And yeah, that's it. But I like the farm ones. You know what I mean? They know what they're doing. So
yeah, definitely. No, they definitely taste better. I only catch like 4 or 5, but yeah, in high school I lived a place where we could catch a bunch, so I'd go down to the stream and try it. Never very good. Those fuckers are fast, man.
Yeah, dude, you got to be careful out there, man. You got to be careful. Those little fuckers will try to get you too.
Yeah.
Crawdaddies, man. But look, hey, so how's the music been going, man? I know, you know, you and I have been doing this podcast for fucking 40 minutes now, and we've barely even talked about music. I mean, you and I, you know, we know each other very well. You know, I consider you a true friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah,
man,
brother.
I care about very deeply. So you and I could sit here and talk all fucking day about Lord knows what. But I'm sure there's some people out there who are your friends who are like, how's the music going for him? What's he been up to in all this time? So what's you been up to in all this time other than moving houses, man? Making music in this whole pandemic era. We're at the end of it, you know, we're at the end. Some people say we're in the middle of a pandemic. I'm like, nah, motherfuckers, we at the end of it, son.
End of a pandemic.
Yeah, but you know, it was a lot of you know, writing music was different for everybody. So what was the music like for you during all this, man?
It was nice getting all the time home, you know, to write. I have so much fucking music right now, honestly. Lined up most immediately. I have a Sasquan EP that's lined up next. I've got a down-tempo collab with Martin that we're going to release around that time. And then I've got a Wakan EP and then some Wakan singles. So I've probably got, like, I don't know, somewhere around like 20 unreleased tracks that we're getting out in the next year. And then I'm shooting for my debut album next summer. So I'm starting to write that and conceptualize that. And I have some my idea. I'm like afraid to even say it, but I guess maybe I'll say it here, and then I'm held accountable, so I have to do it.
There you go. I like that.
But I want to do a manga or a comic release with it, so that as people read it, they will play so say song 1 on the album is page 1. You know what I mean? And no one reads that fucking slow, but obviously it's like, they would it's kind of like a movie score, but for a book or for a comic. And I haven't really seen that done before, and I think that'd be really cool. And then also just having a more literal story I can tell people, because I always try to like have story or thematic elements. I would love if people could come to a show and they're not only going for like the music, but going because they want to know what happens next in the story that I'm kind of telling. You know, they fall in love with protagonists and shit like that. It's a lot harder. The budget for getting like even a 20-page comic is pretty hefty, but I have till next summer. So I've got some of the story written up kind of based on my own like dreaming experiences. So yeah, that is hopefully what will be coming out next summer. And then yeah, tons of new music coming out over the next few months with Sasquan and Wakan and all that good stuff.
Well, it's a cool idea with the manga, man. Sounds like a lot of planning, but it sounds like I don't know if anyone's ever done something like that. That's really fucking cool. Yeah, like going to the show to figure out what happened to that feller. You know what I mean? Did he ever get the girl, dude? Did his dad find out? You know, did she abort the baby? You know, who knows? Who knows what the story may entail? You know,
exactly. Because you know how
I'm sure that's not the story either. I'm sure that's not the story too.
No, I thought you like stole it. That was the exact story actually. But, no. But it kind of something that you said inspired me, where you're like, you like adding the comedic factor to your music, because what's better than laughing and dancing at the same time? You know what I mean? And that's such a cool thing to combine those, you know, combine something else with the dance atmosphere that really just takes it over the top. And that started me thinking about how much I really love stories, and that kind of like, oh, fuck, you know, where you find out like Luke and Leia are like brother and sister, you know, those kind of just like crazy moments, those reveals. I want those reveals in my set where people aren't just like, oh, for the drop. They're like, oh, shit, because they realize like, you know, something that's been building for 2 years is revealed. And this is obviously a long time coming, but I would love to have like a running story associated with the Lucid project.
Dude, that'd be so fucking cool, man. Yeah, that's a killer idea, dude.
So as long as you heard it here first, so I gotta fucking make it happen now.
That's the Talks with Taboo exclusive, man. Yeah, I like stories, man. Ones where you just find stuff. Like, how cool would the Bible have been if you would have found out that Jesus was the Son of God at the end of the story, right?
Dude, right? They should have done that. Like one of those stories that starts at the end and then you get back to the beginning to figure out that's how they should have wrote the Bible.
Yeah. Where you at the end you're like, wait, you mean to tell me? You know what I mean? Like that would have been cool.
It's like great content, but their marketing a little off.
Yeah, right. You know? I like the message, but you should have waited to the end to reveal the story. You know, to reveal the big reveal.
We'll see what they do when they do the remake.
Yeah,
you know, eventually they always do a remake.
Yeah, they do, and that's cool, man. You got to get more with the times. I mean, I felt like there was a time where, you know, God hated gays. You know what I mean? But now God wears a rainbow flag cape. You know what I mean? So
God bless. Hell yeah.
Praise the Lord. You know.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. Dude, it was so awesome meeting your fucking parents at UBW, man. They were
so hyped to meet you.
Dude, me and your dad just sat there and talked about hunting and fishing for a while, man. And I just was coughing the whole time. I didn't want people to think I had COVID, dude, but that fucking joint that I hit from Kelsey, good Lord.
Well, I saw it gave you the crazy eyes.
It was so funny. Like, you smoke now? I'm like, yeah, I smoke. And I hit it, and I'm coughing for fucking like a whole day, dude. That shit was fucked up.
That's great. I think my dad held his smoke a little better than you did. He's like,
yeah, he definitely did. He's a professional, man. Hey, but you had just said something that I had thought about. You said, you know, a lot of the stories were coming around from stuff that you've been picking out in your dreams, and I've seen you talk about this a little bit. You know, so your name comes from, you know, lucid dreaming, and is that something that you do often? Is that something? How do you like? I don't know if I've ever lucid dreamed. I know I've had sleep paralysis a couple times, but
so sleep paralysis is definitely like on the road. It's in the same realm of lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming it's kind of like controlled sleep paralysis in a way. Sleep paralysis is the first step to astral projection too, if you're ever trying to get on some real freaky shit.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm not a doubter, okay? I ain't a doubter.
Yeah,
right? I don't know, but I just don't know if I believe. You know, I'm open to the idea, but like, explain all this shit to me, because I'm an ignorant man when it comes to this.
All right, so lucid dreaming is, I mean, I'm still like, there's so many theories on what the dream world actually is. I personally think it, you know, we're currently fourth dimensional, or, you know, 3-dimensional beings here. We see a sliver of the fourth dimension, which is time. I think that there's a global or universal consciousness. We're all a part of God, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that lives at all times and all possibilities. And I think that's what we truly are. And dreams kind of tap into our fifth dimensional selves. And that's why you see these weird, like, what ifs, you know, completely like impossible happenings. But also I've had like really crazy, profound things where I've like had conversations with past relatives, or I've had conversations with my friends' past relatives and then talked to them about it. And I happen to know things that they hadn't told anyone about, you know what I mean? Like between them and their relatives. So it's been some pretty crazy stuff. And it started when I was young. I just had reoccurring dreams of, I still remember this like witch was like chasing me and these other two children around a house. And I had this dream 2 or 3 times a week for like a couple years. And finally something happened in the dream and I was just fed up with being like afraid. And I just snapped in the dream and I was like, wait, I'm dreaming. Fuck this witch. And I just walked up and just like freaked out on her and like punched her and she disappeared. And then I never had that dream again. But since then I could start to like control my dreams, but it usually only happened in times of dire need. Like someone would pull a gun on me and like right before they pull a trigger, I'd go like that and it would like freeze time. And then I'd be like, oh, it's a dream. Okay. And then I could start to like go through it. And then through more practice, like dream notebooks, like writing down your dreams, discussing them with other people, you can really start to kind of like hone in and kind of dream about what you want to dream about. I've suppressed it a lot at this point because when I was lucid dreaming on the regular, it's exhausting. So you wake up more tired than when you went to bed, and it was happening almost every night. And I was like, I can't function like this. But it started most when I was like really depressed after I had graduated college and quit my job. Because I was like, I don't want to fucking work in a cubicle for someone else. I have no idea. Like, I really want to do music, but it seems like such a far reach. So I was just like, you know, sleeping like 16 hours a day, lucid dreaming constantly, just living in this like other reality to escape depression. And then, music is what kind of got me out of that. I moved out back to New York. I was just like sleeping on couches, but playing local shows and learning music theory and shit. And so that's where like lucid tied into the music, because music was kind of the thing that took me out of lucid dreaming to kind of escape everything.
Yeah. That's crazy. You could control your own dreams. Like so you were living like in the dream world. All right. So like me, I don't remember a lot of my dreams. When you're lucid dreaming, do you remember a lot of that shit?
Yeah, it's like I've gone to like miss someone, or almost like love people you've never met. It's really, really weird when that happens.
Oh,
when
I've had that
like
happen. Yeah. I've had that happen where like I meet the lady in my dreams and like, you know, but she actually is in my dreams. I don't know who she is, but like I'm in love with her. Yeah, that's actually happened.
Yeah, dude, creepy story. Or actually not creepy, probably like a good romantic story. But with Kelsey, that's how I like knew when I met her, because I had met this girl like who was reoccurring in a lot of dreams like throughout years, and I had this very specific like vibe I got from her, but I could never see the girl's face in the dreams, but it was always like there's always this like overwhelming feeling of like love. And then once I met Kelsey and chilled with her the first time, I was like, holy shit, this is like who this is. And then after I started dating her, I stopped dreaming about that person, which was really crazy.
That's wild. Yeah, you're like on the first date after you realize that she's the one, and then like date 2, you're like, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you. She's like, what? I've been dreaming about you for years.
Dude, right? I couldn't tell her any of this shit for a long time. I bought her like Electric Forest tickets after like the second time we chilled, but I didn't tell her till like basically Electric Forest like 4 months later, because I was like, I don't want to freak this girl out.
Yeah, it is really romantic, slightly creepy, but very romantic.
Right. So I've just learned to run with the like intuition of my dreams. So sometimes I'll just like text homies and shit and be like, hey, did you dream about something weird last night, or did you know, like I know like Martin has said he's like seen me and stuff, and we've chatted in dreams and certain things. So it's yeah, it's really neat, man. It's cool. And then like getting into astral projection is like a whole kind of other combo. I'll touch on like really briefly, but yeah, basically it's just where your mind and your body separate. And there's this dude named Robert Monroe, and he wrote the book called Out of Body Experiences, and he actually coined the term out of body. Yeah, if you ever get some time, read that book. It's really fucking cool. It's basically how he trained himself to go like further than like what would be lucid dreaming, is just staying conscious while your body's asleep, and then learning to like literally like step outside his body. And then he did like, you know, experiments, same things where he would talk to people like in this realm and find out things that no one else knew, or he'd go and visit people's house and like see what they were doing when they're supposedly alone, and then call them and tell them what they were doing, and they'd like freak out. Or he actually like pinched a lady one time and left a bruise on her.
That's kind of scary. It's kind of scary, dude.
Dude, the CIA was researching it back during the fucking Cold War, because the CIA and the USA and the Russians were trying to remote view each other, in which they would astral project and then go into like, you know, the White House and then read like classified documents and shit via astral projection and stuff. It's pretty crazy. It's all public data too.
That's nuts, man. It's almost kind of like a superpower, but like it's like I don't know, dude. That sounds like some fucking satanic shit, dude. It sounds like Satan. It sounds like Satan. It sounds like
does sound like some creepy shit.
Yeah, dude. It literally sounds like you're getting temptations from a demon or something like that, dude.
Or it's like what they say with Spider-Man: with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
It's like use your powers for good, not evil.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I had a dream last night, and I mean, I never really thought about my dreams. I guess now I'm thinking about them, what they meant. Was I lucid dreaming? I had a dream last night of this girl that I know. She broke my heart, and so I texted her this morning. I'm like, "You broke my heart last night in my dream." She said, "The only thing I'm trying to break is that dick, boy." Oh, and I was like, "Oh."
And then you woke up again and realized you were still dreaming. I've got those too.
Wake me up inside.
Like I was three levels deep. Have you ever had that shit happen? Where
once.
You like?
I think like once, maybe twice, where it's like I wake up and I'm in the dream again, dude.
Yo, that shit sucks. That happens to me on airplanes a lot.
Ooh.
Which makes it really bad.
Yeah.
Because I think I wake up, because I'm like, I'm in a dream, the airplane crashes. And then I wake up, I'm like, oh, thank God, that was terrifying. I thought the airplane was crashing. And then the airplane starts crashing again. And then I fucking wake up again. I'm just like, yo.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
That's why I'm always sweaty, man. I show up to shows. I've been dreaming. I'm dying the last 2 hours.
What have you done? You've been in the gym? No, I've been dreaming. You're like, yeah, dream on, brother. Dream on. Like, dreaming about this body, dude. Yeah, that's wild, man. I guess, like, what about like wet dreams? Like, what are those?
Wet dreams? Yeah, man. I've had dreams where I was just like at a water park, man.
I'm not talking about them, dude. I'm talking about but sure, yeah. Just keep it going.
He touches upon that in like the Outer Body Experiences book, where it's like sex in this realm isn't as taboo as we make it in our third dimensional selves, you know what I mean? It's not this weird like, ooh, sex, you know, it's like it's almost like he described it as being like a hug in the astral plane, where there's a complete, like, there is like that love exchange, you know, but that empathy you feel when you have like good sex, but there's not like the kind of like carnal urge or like addiction that we have almost. So it was really interesting to read about like, yes, sex in the astral plane or in this dreaming plane, and how it differs from fucking.
Because I was from fucking. Yeah, I was kind of joking when I said that, but also like a little curious. Is like, does that mean anything? Whenever I fucking jizz in my pants when I sleep, is that like a whole spiritual awakening? You know what I mean? Is that the Lord working, or like what is happening here? You know?
I tell you what, that means maybe you should have done a little something the night before. No, I have no.
I can't sleep unless I do a little something. Okay.
I can't stay awake if I do a little something.
Crazy, man. There's like a lot of meaning to it. It feels like, you know, I've never really thought about, you know, my dreams, because yeah, there has been times where I did meet somebody that meant a very, very, very much to me, and like I still had never met them, didn't know who they were, and I'm like, am I just dreaming? Or like, what about dirty dreams? Like I have dirty dreams all the time. I think majority of my dreams, I'm either in The Walking Dead or I'm in a porno. So it's like, what do those mean?
Combine them. You're in like.
Is there a deeper meaning to that, or is that just the things I'm into? Who knows?
Some like a lot of surface level stuff will just be what you're into. Like, I mean, you know, if I play a shitload of a video game, I'll dream that I'm like inside that game, and that is, to me, is pretty surface level. You know what I mean? It's always the weirdest dreams for me come when I haven't like slept for like 2 days. Like after our like Thursday, Friday, Saturday runs, when you're on that flight home Sunday, that's when I'll get like sleep paralysis and go to like some other fucking plane of existence and like talk to God or something.
Yeah, I never started experience sleep paralysis until like I'd have those long days, like those long touring schedule days. Yeah, man. Fuck. I have nightmares sometimes where like I'm playing a festival and my flash drives don't work, or I forgot my flash drives, or I get on the plane and I forgot I left my flash drives at home. It's always has to do with my flash drives in my.
You ever have like random people show up and help you too? Like, I mean, not completely, but so for example, one time I showed up and the CDJs were completely broken down, and then 12th Planet randomly showed up, was like, "I got you, dog," and just like started setting it all up and like helped me out. And like, you know, I've met him a few times. We're like cool, but I've never been like on tour with him. Like, I don't chat with him like we chat. So it's funny. I think more for like you or Sam or Martin to show up, but it's always funny when someone that is just kind of like you seemingly wouldn't expect to be there just pops into a dream in a role that you wouldn't expect to see him in.
Yeah, that's I haven't had it happen. I can't remember if it's happened or not. You might retain your memory a lot better than I on dreams and shit like that, but I did have a dream one time that I sold my soul. This was actually, and it was so crazy. And this sounds fucked up, but like this is one dream that I remember all of it, and it was like the most real dream that I had ever had. And it's kind of fucked up, but I had sold my soul to the devil for rock and roll. But I'm not joking about that. Like, and he was wearing a suit. He looked really nice. And then there was a time where I did psychedelics, and then he was there again, same feller. And I was like, whoa, right?
Whoa,
yeah, I'm not even joking about that.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. There definitely is some sort of like reoccurring dreams. I think are definitely the most powerful. I think there's a reason they're like in there, you know.
Yeah.
In that unconscious or whatever. Yeah, it's cool, man. I'd love to see it like explored more and stuff like that. Kind of I don't know. To me, it's almost like the most important research is figuring out like why we're here. You know what I mean? Or what is the meaning of shit? And I feel like dreams and kind of this astral projection stuff I looked into a lot over this kind of answered some of that. In a way where it kind of broke down religion and afterlife in a scientific form, where a lot of people are like, oh, you don't need to like see to believe and stuff, but having a little more, I guess, tangible proof in the way that I think is kind of created my own spirituality, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you're definitely really into it. I mean, you base your whole music project off of it, you know what I mean? How long long has the Lucid project been a project?
So 2013. I don't think that's when I started it with a buddy in college. I believe it was like maybe it was my senior year. Oh no, it was when I came back. So yeah, it was 2013. So it's been 7-8 years. Originally it was a duo for the first like year and a half. And then we kind of just took different directions. Like, you know, it's really hard as things pick up to be able to dedicate everything to music, and then also to be thrown into the party spotlight and be around a lot of, you know, drugs and alcohol and distractions and stuff like that, and still keep a level head And so it was just, I don't know, some difference of opinion. Like, well, yeah, basically he was out partying, you know, a lot, and then I'd be in the studio working, and then it kind of, yeah, we just grew apart to where our creative vision just didn't even make sense anymore. And I think the final straw was like he accidentally deleted like a full song I had worked like 50 plus hours on when he wasn't even around to like help on it, and I was just like, okay. We need to split up.
Yes, you've been doing it for a minute. Yeah, you actually are a good boy. I like to say I'm a good boy too. Me and whenever we're on the Double Vision tour, I think you and I went to one after party that whole tour. Mm-hmm. We went to one, right?
Yeah.
Am I right about that?
Yeah. And mostly those are just because like it's not because it's just like I'm like a 30, 40 person just chilling with a few people, smoking, hanging out, just getting to know them better. Like that's my after parties, just like hanging with a few people. I'm usually not like fucking trying to like rage, and like I personally don't really like any uppers. I know a lot of people like blow. I'll just fucking say it. Yep. Like a lot of after parties are definitely fueled by some like stimulants. But man, I have really bad anxiety and then shit. Like I'm already talk 90 miles an hour. I don't need blow to do that.
Right, dude. Same, man. I just need a little bit of the Lord into my fucking heart. That's about all I really need, man, if I'm being honest. Right. Yeah, man, that's crazy. So, look, I want to ask you something, and if you don't want to answer, if it makes you a little uncomfortable, you don't have to, and I'm not trying to put you in a weird situation with this one, all right, dude? So the whole Bass Nectar thing, right, that it's came out, you're a guy who's collaborated with Bass Nectar over the years, and so was there ever, because I saw Ill Gates had came out about him stealing, straight up, like, completely stealing, like, an entire intro, and, I mean, not an intro, like, an entire idea for a song for him. Was there any type of thing like that with you, or was there any type of kind of, you felt like you were getting shitty in on the deal, but you just take it just because it's fucking Bass Nectar? Was there any type of thing like that with you, or did y'all have a pretty good relationship?
It wasn't like a really good relationship. I don't think anyone had a really good relationship with him. The way I look at it is, if you look at the success of the people around someone, it tells you a lot about the kind of person they are. And I'm just going to, take Martin as another example. Everyone around him succeeds. He brings someone up to a con and they immediately, they start doing, and not to say that it's not them as well, it's their talent, obviously, but someone who really goes above and beyond to push the people around them to success. And I don't feel like Lauren ever did that with anyone. If you noticed, a lot of the people around him actually, I feel like, saw less success than they deserved for a very long time. Ill Gates, Jansen is a huge example.
Yeah, Jansen's a fucking savage, dude. He's so good.
He's been a savage since day one. But I feel like it may not have been his direct intention, but Lauren definitely, I feel like, kept him, definitely could have done a lot more for his career. Yeah, you know what I mean? Could have helped him out a lot more. And with me, it wasn't necessarily like that. Like, I feel like the way he wronged Ill Gates and Jansen was a lot worse than anything with me. We had a couple songs together, and it was, never any like, oh, Lucid wrote this entire thing. He definitely wrote and did his fair share with stuff. It's not like he was completely, flipping it, but it was your average collab. I have nothing to complain about there, but it was just, there's always this really weird, like, secrecy around him. You know what I mean? For example, if you go, like, people would open up for him and never even get the chance to, like, meet him or say hi or anything. I just thought that was, like, so, like, weird to me that people would go and play his events but never even, like, see him. And I'm just like, what? And that's not even getting to all the, like, horrible shit he did. It just goes to show, like, a little more of his character, how just some of those things were, I feel like, indicative of the kind of person he was. And I don't know. And maybe he was paranoid as fuck because he knew this shit was coming, and that's why he didn't let anyone around, because this stuff had been going on for a long time. So maybe that's why he was so fucking sheltered, is because he knew that he had done some really fucked up shit and it was coming back for him eventually. Or was continuing to do fucked up shit. You know what I mean? So But with me, yeah, personally, I like he didn't do anything. I mean, he never like brought me out to. I mean, he brought me out to the one like Mexico event, but yeah, when I had asked him about like opening up for him and stuff, basically said that it was like too similar or like too hype. You know what I mean? So he's like, I don't want to. Like, if you're going for a steak dinner, you don't get steak as an appetizer. So I was like, all right, that's nice. I appreciate but you know what I mean? Like, you never really had Jansen out either. You know what I mean? And Jansen's that heavy, hard-hitting, fucking crazy energy, and he never did any, like, direct support for him. Or
You could have easily put Jansen on, dude. That's like, honestly, I didn't even think about Jansen on any of that. You know, as far as, like, I did in the beginning, but I haven't in a minute. But, like, god damn, yeah, Jansen's been making some of the dopest fucking music for the longest time. And Jansen was like the first big artist that reached out to me to help me out ever. Like, he was the first guy. He helped put me on, and I was like, Bass Nectar could have easily thrown him on some shows, and Jansen would have been way further on into his career. Like, he's been making just the fucking heaters for the longest time.
I love seeing him crush it now, though. I love the last like 4+. He's just been fucking slapping,
dude. His live shows are just like, I love watching his sets, man. His sets are just so much fucking fun. Jansen just goes it's so much fun, man. Like, I love that guy to fucking death. Yeah, he might take a month to text me back, right? But I still love him to death, man.
I feel that, dude. Yeah, that's one of my first tours too. Was I did a co-headline with Jansen back like 4 or 5 years ago or some shit, and that's when we wrote our song Submarine. And yeah, he's fucking solid, dude. I just love seeing people who really like fucking deserve it excelling and getting like the spotlight they've deserved for a while. But yeah, it's just that goes to show you a lot of artists, man. Like, I'm not even that big, but I'm constantly trying to find people with 300-500 followers and bring them up and get them out there. And it's just like, I already feel like I'm successful. You know, if this ends tomorrow, like, I've definitely had a really good time. And fucking, you should always be trying to bring other people up, man, because we're blessed. Like, we're good at what we do, but gotta admit, there's a fuckload of luck involved, and like, there's a lot of things that happen at the perfect time that put me where I am. So, dude,
I love that, man. I try to do the exact same thing with putting other people on that I think are dope, man. Like, shout out Run It, dude. Shout out Space Wizard, bro. Trying to bring them fellas up too, man. Yeah, man. That's fucking. I like that you said that, you know, you like it whenever you see people getting what they deserve, or like seeing homies do well. Like, I fucking loved at Ubby Dubby, like, their entire lineup. I felt like I loved it because everybody who was on a stage deserved to be at that fucking stage, man. Like, I remember feeling that moment the night before. I was watching Riot 10, right? And he had like a really late set, throwing down his shit. I remember listening to Riot 10 before I was even producing, right? And my boy Hyphy was telling me that Riot 10, we used to drive from Texas all the way to Biloxi, Mississippi to play like a little dive bar for $200 a night. And like he's been grinding for so fucking long, and he's been putting in the work, whether you like his art or not. You know what I'm saying? He's been putting in that work, and whenever I was watching him at his set, you know, late night stage and shit, I was like, yeah, he deserved that shit. I was watching Joyride. I was like, dude, Joyride's been putting out fucking heaters. Dude.
So good.
Shit that can just tear the dance floor apart. Have a main stage slot, and I'm just like, he's killing it. I'm watching you going after me, just fucking slay it, dude. I was just like, Neil deserves this shit, dude. I was watching the Shanghai, like, even like Sammy, Martin, dude. Yeah, that was.
I love how packed it was, even so early, for like the Shanghai boys too, because that's what you love to see. Even when like you go out at like, you know, 3 or 4, and you're expecting, you're like, it'll be all right, you know, we'll get a couple rows, we're gonna kind of just ease them in, but then you show up and it's packed and people are fucking ripping. You're just like, hell yeah! So it's really good when you get to see, like, even for the earlier sets, like fucking. They show up for the homies.
And they deserve it, man. Shanghai Dude makes some of the fucking coolest music out there, the most original shit, dude. I fucking love seeing my homies do cool shit. You know what I'm saying? Kind of going back to that whole Bass Nectar thing. You can kind of tell about the people around him and shit. He might not have wanted that, dude. I fucking love it whenever my homies are doing dope shit, dude.
Dude, right? I don't even like when I have a green room for a show. I'm like, this ain't my green room. We're putting all these bitches together. We're fucking pushing the bunk beds together. We're fucking, you know what I mean? It's just like one big family thing. Because otherwise, man, I get lonely. I'm a very social person. Like, I'm not like, yeah.
Sammy had actually did something really cool. LS Dream and I were supposed to have the same trailer. I was supposed to have it the first half of the day. He's supposed to have a second. And he was like, hey, Mitch, is it cool if we just share the trailer all day? And I was like, dude, yes. Thank you. And we got to hang out. That's our first time meeting. We haven't been texting for like years, it feels like now. But first time meeting was at LBW. We started a track together, too. It's fucking fun. Fun stuff. Ooh, yes,
I'm excited to hear that.
Yes,
I love Sammy. He's good people.
I felt like
it's just.
I felt like I was learning. Like it felt like everything he does and everything he was saying, and even to his set, like the visually and musically, it felt like everything had purpose. Like everything, even the way he talks. You know what I mean?
He's definitely your attention is there because you know every word he speaks has substance. It's good, man. It's distilled.
Yeah, I was talking about cryptos and I was like, man, I don't know about that. I don't know about fucking making money just on the internet for not doing anything. If I can't work for it, I ain't into it. And he sat me down and he talked to me about it. And then after he's like, it's been like 10 or 15 minutes, like, well, I've flipped my mind about this completely. I've invested money into cryptocurrencies as soon as I got home, Neil. I'm talking about my whole mindset on the whole thing flipped. And I was like, well, you just changed me. That's
amazing. You see, Mitch is trading crypto. He's got his VR headset on. My man's fucking full cyberpunk 2020.
I'm a new man, dude.
It's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, also I have a liberal arts degree, so I guess that means I'm a fucking liberal. You know.
Oh.
That's a joke.
I went to a liberal arts school too. I got I actually almost have my minor in Black Studies. I took a bunch of Black Studies and then a bunch of like Middle Eastern Studies for all of my GEs because I waited till my senior year to take my GEs. I packed all of like the necessary courses in so that my last year would kind of be chiller because I knew I would have to do a senior design project. Yeah. And then I got really close with like my one Black Studies professor and I was just like, I'm just going to take all of your courses for all of my GEs. And that's what I did. And I was only like, I think like 6 credits away or something from a Black Studies minor.
Damn, yeah, everybody has that one Black Studies professor that they're friends with, okay? Everybody has the one Black Studies professor friend. But yeah, that's wild. I didn't know you were talking about black magic or when you were like Black Studies, I had no idea what you were talking about. I was like, black magic. But
yeah, some of my like I was dreaming shit.
Yeah. Black dreams. You're like, what? Welcome to the Black Dreaming course. You're like, what is this? So when you dream, you close your eyes, you see black. This is the course. You're like, word.
It's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh, but what you do.
Dude, so you know, you and I have been going over an hour, but I've been really enjoying this episode. I always have a good time whenever I'm around you.
Yeah, likewise, brother.
Yeah, man, I love you very much. So how's the gardening been going, dude? I know you're really big on the gardening. When did that all get into? When did you start getting into all that, dude? And just how far are you trying to take the shit, dude? You want to have a farm?
Yeah, eventually, man. I don't know when I guess I got more into it when I started entertaining the idea of like growing weed, but then I couldn't do that in Texas for a long time. So I just originally the idea was to start a garden for my mom, and then we got really into it and we just kind of took it over because my mom's retired. So I was like, I feel like that'd be really nice. Start a garden, you know, she can look after it, and it's always like really nice having that like plant connection. And then it kind of just became like the family garden. And now, dude, my parents are crushing it since we moved out. And now our new garden is, it's all right. It's getting there. It's, it takes a couple years to get the soil right. So,
just got to start shitting in the backyard, try to get it right.
Yeah, dude. For real. No, we got a bunch of food compost and stuff, but even then, like, we had 5 years of like compost stacked up at the old house, so we're kind of just getting everything restarted. The weed growing is apparently I'm like really good at growing weed. I found out when I moved here.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun hobby, dude, because I just got back into weed, you know, I just got into it. And I feel like growing weed, smoking something, it's just like eating something you grown or eating something that you killed, you know, it's got like a different spiritual, you got more of a connection to it, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, as you're rolling it up to a friend, you're like, yeah, I grew, you know, I've raised this since it was a baby, and you're about to send it off to college and spark that bad boy up, dude.
Dude, exactly. Am I allowed to show weed on here? Is that like illegal?
I don't give a fuck.
Because I'll show. This is what this is one of the little jars I grew. This is the home grow. Let's see if I can find a little Ted Nugent for you.
Hell yeah. I would hope this would be legal. Fucking Lil Nas X is giving lap dances to Satan, and I'm all for it. I think that's great. But if we can't show weed on the internet, like, what the fuck is going on?
Hey, that's what I figured. I just didn't want to. I don't know.
Dude,
fuck
listen,
up, yeah.
Fuck up
your podcast,
dude. You heard a lot of the shit that I say here. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't, man. I like it when people are real as fuck. Like, let's have a normal ass.
It's like as there's like a dildo on the bucket. That looks like it could be a good bong too, like a bubbler.
That's what my fucking sister thought it was when she bought it for me. She thought it was a pop.
Oh my
She
God.
thought it was a
ice?
pop. Huh?
Where you put the ice for that bong?
Dude, just fucking the shaft.
The balls.
The shaft, yeah. Yeah, dude. So, with your garden, dude, you ever like? Because they said like, you know, talking to your plants actually helps, dude. Like, do you think talking dirty to your plants helps? You know, like talking, like being
Smack them around a little
dude,
bit.
fucking choke them a little bit, dude. Fucking tie them up. You know what I mean? Like when you're tying them up to help grow them, you're like, motherfucker, bet you like that, don't you? You know what I mean?
I do tie them up a little bit.
Oh yeah, you're like, I'm gonna fucking eat every inch of you. They're like, oh, do you think that helps?
I think it does. I think it does. Maybe I need to try it. Maybe that's what I've been missing here.
I think this is
maybe
I think this can turn into a good bit. I'm gonna try to make this into a whole bit.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. You got especially to my eggplant, you know.
Oh fuck yeah. Oh yeah. Any melons you got out there, dude? Any melons?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, do you think that would work though? Because they do say scientifically, or someone told me this. I didn't read it, dude. I don't read. They said that talking to your plants helps them grow. Is that true?
It's like an intention thing. It was like a love intention thing. You know, we get back into the whole like fifth dimension of whatever,
yes.
like the wookery.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I feel like sexual intention towards your plants would be a good thing.
They come out extra
right?
juicy, dude. A
People
little bit more
like
wet.
to be desired, you know, the plant's feeling desired. You're like, all right, leaves looking nice today.
Shit.
You get a trim, you get a haircut.
Yeah, that plant's like, I want you to fucking cut me. You're like, okay, yeah, I'll cut.
I spent like 45 minutes right before we hopped on here trimming my plants.
Trimming the bushes.
Trimming the bushes.
Yeah. Do you ever talk to your plants? Is that ever something you've heard about talking to your plants actually helps?
I have heard that. I never really talked to. I spend a lot of like time with them. Maybe like mentally, I talk to them.
Yeah.
Like I definitely baby them. You know, I hand water them every day instead of like automated. And then I micromanage trim them like every other day too. Just looking for any little thing that sprouts up is not supposed to be there. So I feel like just spending the time with them and definitely helps. And I've noticed when I've neglected them and been like on tour and shit, or just kind of like having a lazy couple days, they definitely show it. They get fucked up.
Yeah, I'd imagine so, man. And and also probably just really nice having fresh vegetables all the time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, it's super nice. Dude, nothing tastes the same as like fresh garden. Like I don't even like tomatoes, but I will eat tomatoes out of the garden just because they taste that much different. Yeah, dude. It's unreal.
I had some. My ex, she used to fucking do some habaneros, some crazy other peppers. Man, we always had peppers, and that was really nice. I'm gonna have to get into gardening. You know,
pepper's pretty easy to grow, so yeah, I'll and you're in a good spot to grow too.
It's just wet in the air. There's just wet everywhere. It's just literally you walk outside, it's just wet in the air, dude. You walk
Yeah, the only
outside.
thing you gotta deal with there is fungus, man. Because I was in Houston, it was the same way. We had so much humidity that if you can beat the fungus and the bugs, I'm just sure you get some fucking crazy bugs, right?
Oh, fucking A, dude. We in the swamp, daddy. What you think?
Beetles like that.
Yeah, dude. Fucking roaches, dude. No joke, dude. So it's like, now that it's starting to get hot again, all the roaches. I mean, it's not just like my house is nasty. This happens all over the place here, dude. Fucking killed 7 roaches in my house within a span of 5 minutes. Saw them all. Just like, what the fuck? Ooh. And I'm seeing them everywhere outside. Like, it's just that time where it's like the humidity's back and they're just trying to escape the humidity. So them fucking roaches, boy. Thinking about starting a career at killing these fools.
Yeah. Oh, dude, pest control. Dude, I had a buddy that did pest control for a while, and he said it was not fun. Dude, climbing underneath like houses and the things you find underneath there.
Oh yeah, dude, my fucking neighbor found a possum. He was changing his fucking his bathtub, and he lifted up the bathtub, and there's a fucking possum living in his house. Now it's like connected under the house, so you go under the house, but he was living in that motherfucker, dude. It's like, get this motherfucking possum out of here. So we let my dog over there and fucking chase it out.
Oh man, that's what I seen. Oh, that's fucked. Yeah, I'm afraid of getting like squirrels or something in the attic during like winter, because these squirrels here are crazy. They take oranges from our compost and they've been throwing it at the neighbor's dogs.
That's all. Yeah, dude, I used to have fucking squirrels throw nuts at me while I was waiting on the bus and when in school, dude. They'd laugh about it too, those little fuckers. And I'd just go back home, grab my 22 and
dude,
eat
second
them
grade
bitches.
was a bitch for you, huh? He's like, I'm waiting for the bus. They're throwing nuts at me. I get on the bus, and these motherfuckers start throwing nuts.
Yes.
Verbal nuts at me.
Verbal. Non-sexually nuts. Yeah, make that one clear. Yeah, man, that's fucking. I gotta get into the fucking gardening. I think, man, I ain't got no green thumbs or nothing like that, dude.
Dude, start with potted gardens. That's what I always tell everyone. Like, fuck redoing all your soil and digging up yard shit.
Grow a bunch of pot.
No, in pots.
Oh, gotcha. Word. I was like,
yeah, I mean, grow pots in pot. Is it legal there?
No, it ain't. So I'm not trying to break the law. Yeah, and then I'm also trying to get a little closer to Satan.
Yeah. Little Nas.
No, dude, I'm trying to get right with the Lord, man. I went to church Sunday, dude, for Mother's Day. It was really nice, actually. It was really nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's
nice. Dude, I surprised my mom for Mother's Day. I had a layover flight in Houston and said, fuck it, I'm gonna hop off the plane. And I called United and told them what was up, and they're like, yeah, we'll just book your layover flight 2 days from now. And they just changed. So I basically just had a two-day layover in Houston and got my little sister to come pick me up. And
oh, that's nice.
She was super cool and surprised my parents.
Yeah, I surprised my mom too, man. I didn't tell her I had gotten a new car because my car got totaled a couple of weeks back. I didn't tell her I had gotten a new one. I got it Thursday, and I just showed up.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's cool.
In my new whip, bitch.
Wait, what happened? Did we talk about what happened with the car?
Yeah, we ain't gotta get into it, dude. Mark.
Okay, we won't get into that. Yeah.
It got totaled. I wasn't even in the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know, shit happens though. So.
I mean, mine got totaled too, like a month and a half ago. Some motherfucker stole it out of my driveway and then was using it to rob people. And then they crashed it.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Yeah, they fucking robbed you, dog. Well, they didn't rob you. They just took it.
Yeah, so they just took it.
Thievery.
It worked out better though, because that car was a piece of shit. Yeah. Little did they know.
Little did they know. They don't give a fuck, dude. They just need something to go rob people in.
Yeah, that's true. They didn't care. They made out. They stole my fucking Oculus.
They made out?
They made out, dude. They're making out. That's probably why they crashed. Keep your eyes on the road.
Yeah, dude. Eyes on the road, heart with the Lord, man. What you got coming up, man? Listen, I really appreciate you being on the show, man. Me and I have gone like almost an hour and a half. You know, this is you know, it was funny because you and I recorded an episode with Sam, and it was actually the second episode I ever recorded. I literally just got done recording an episode with Martin, and neither one of those episodes got released. And probably a good thing that the one with me, you, and Sam didn't, because I mean, Sam was a wreck. Loose. Yeah, Sam was a wreck that day. But it was a good time, and you know, it was not a matter of if you're gonna come on the show. It's a matter of when, and I'm glad that we waited because this is a lot better. You know, it's a lot more put together, I like to think. You know, who knows?
Yeah, definitely. We have a lot to talk about. Our love has grown since then. So.
Yeah, without a fucking doubt, dude. So
I really appreciate. Yeah, thanks for having me on here, man. Definitely been looking forward to it, and that's why I was like, man, I gotta hit up Mitch. fucking been a long time coming, so I'm glad
I'm
glad we did this.
What you got anything else to say to the people before you get out of here? Anything coming up for Lucid? Anything you want them to know?
Yes, keep an eye out for the new music, and I'll be, playing a bunch of shows this summer and the fall, so I'm sure I'll be seeing all you very soon. And, me and you got to get that song going. That's another thing I've been fucking up on. You sent me that one thing. You want to collab on this a while back? I was like, this is fire.
I don't even remember. I bought a house. I don't even remember what I sent you.
I know, dude. I don't remember what it sounds like at all. I just remember being like, "Yo, this is actually really sick." I could definitely, but I have no idea. So yeah, we'll do something.
And it's not a matter of if we do a collab; it's just a matter of when. There's no rush. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So,
and like I said, the love's always growing. So
yeah.
I want to get better.
Well, Neil, I appreciate you, man. I love you, and I will talk to you soon, my dude.
All right, have a good rest of your day and week, and we'll talk soon.
And that was Mr. Lucid, everybody. Love that guy to death. Do anything for him. And I hope y'all enjoyed that episode. And I hope y'all have a good week, man. Whatever it is y'all are doing, enjoy doing it or don't do it at all. What else are you going to do? Anyway, y'all be good. I love y'all. Later.